Hopefully that will work. Excellent. Great. Okay. Right. Well done, everybody. We'll make a. We'd better change of colours. Let's do her new one. We'll put the. She's got a really nice new video. This Julia.
All right. Not good, thank you. Yeah.
We'll just have that in the background. So just check your posture. Have your feet shoulder width apart. And actually, I'll move that chair out of the way so it's easier to see. Move that back. There we go. That should be all right. So yeah, my computer's gone back into the computer shop, and this is the spare one my friend lent me. So just have the feet shoulder width apart. Breathing in and out. Sink the weight. Relax the shoulders. Let me just breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Bring the hands in. Breathe out. Bring the hands down. So we're doing embrace the tiger, return to the mountain. So we just start with that. We've had a request for lower back exercises. Spine. Is it your spine in general? Have you been sitting at that desk again?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So as always, if there's any exercises that don't work for you, just do something else. That's fine. You can do standing, you can do tiny turning. It's not but really not boot camp. It's kind of individuals doing what works for them camp. So
Tai Chi.
Tai Chi, basically, yeah.
Couldn't put it better.
I mean, there are some schools where everybody has to do the same thing and it has to look the same, but that's not the schools I'm with. So just nice and relaxed. Feel the ground. So we're just tuning into the feet. Let's just rock forwards and back. So it's nice and warm in here. So just hold on a minute. I've got some waiting out for to make sure they're comfy.
Could be a new recruit.
Right. So just rock forwards and rock back. I might open that door again because now they're having their meeting, but I think they're I'll just because it's a bit warm in here. I was enjoying it.
Oh, there.
Oh, really?
Lucky thing.
Oh. Yes. Are you? If it gets too cold, shut the door. Because it's I'll just open that one.
Get your shorts on.
I was almost in shorts the other day, but it's going to get warmer tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then Thursday it'll be toasty for you.
Good.
Which is perfect. I've got a friend of mine who's getting very, very cold. So I was going to get one of those, what's the name? The one that has a gillet that you press a button and it warms it up.
Oh, wow.
So her clothes, it's really clever. It's like an electric blanket that you wear.
Yeah.
It's a very good idea.
Yeah. I've not seen that. They're online.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a heated gillet, or however you pronounce it. What the counter people working in finance in London will wear these things that look like they've been to the outdoor shop, but actually they've bought a designer one that costs hundreds of pounds for something you can get for 20, that kind of thing.
Getting online, I suppose, yeah.
Yeah, but you can get special ones, and you just press a button on it, and then when it's warm, it sort of shows, it lights, there's a light that tells you that it's warm, and then it's very expensive, and then it just keeps you toasty. So why heat your entire house when you can just put things on that heat you? I think that's a genius idea.
Yes, what a good idea, yeah. Yeah.
That's very clever.
Incredible. As long as it doesn't overheat.
As long as you don't overheat. Yeah.
No, those in our day, did they? Goodness me.
And then side to side, so we're just shifting across. We're just tuning into the feet first, and then we'll do some yeah, the committee were, there's a committee, they're trying to get more money for this place, which is why they really ought to bill me by now. I'll write to them again and say, how much do I owe for the rent, please? Someone needs to be. I'll tell them, what I'll do is I'll actually tot up the days I've been here and say, look, if you can do it because normally what happens is it will get to a point and I'll send them an email and it will be like, can you please tell me what I owe you? Oh yes, we forgot all about that, yes. And then they go, can you remember which classes which ones you did? So what I'll do before I send them that email, I'm going to look at my diary and say, this is what I've done in January and February. And
This is what I think.
This is what I think I've done. I can't remember how much I'm supposed to be paying for a community group. What do I do? And then between that, and then normally they normally do it rather than as a monthly thing, which is what I get at Reach. They do it as a block, and then I pay for it in bits. And it kind of works. It's a bit haphazard, but it works well. So now what we do is we're going round and round. So we're tuning into the feet. We're tuning into the feet. I like the little what are they called?
Unicorns.
Leprechauns.
Leprechauns.
I knew it was something acorns.
It's St. Patrick.
And that's the Irish flag, isn't it?
Yeah.
St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah. And
It's the flag of the Republic of Ireland.
Yeah. Don't matter. Yeah. Don't know what the Northern Ireland flag.
The Union Jack.
probably the
Just the
Union
Union
Jack, I
Jack.
should think.
Is that all they
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's the island country, and
Yeah.
the northern bit is part of
Us.
Britain.
Britain, yeah.
Britain, yeah. Yeah. Because they all used to be separate at one point, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
It was like England, and then Scotland was on its own.
It was
and
about
then-
100 years
Wales,
ago.
Northern Ireland, yeah.
Like 1920.
Hmm.
I went to
Amazing.
Belfast a few months ago.
The other direction. Yeah.
And
Nice.
well, it was, but we were coming back, they had that Orange Day.
Oh,
Day. I didn't realise we were there the night before the Orange Day when they were doing all the bonfires. And when we looked out of our hotel window, they were building, well, all that week that the kids were doing this bonfire. And I thought, what's going on?
You were terrified.
Well, it was quite close to the hotel, it was in a car park. And then the night we were going, there's a big gathering, but we left luckily. And then when I looked on YouTube,
Yeah.
it was all set alight, and we could see our hotel, and we could see this bonfire leaning over. It was
Uh-oh,
about
it
to
could have set
collapse.
your
Wow.
hotel on fire.
It could have set, we were in
Oh,
Holiday Inn Hotel, and I saw it on
Okay.
YouTube. And I thought,
And then what you do is you just do very tiny hip movements. So this was the one I learned from Master Chen, the big Master Chen. And we're looking at the connection between the hip and the shoulder. So you do this exercise, so then when you stop doing the exercise, you've then got a properly lined up hip and shoulder. So there we are.
yeah, good for the posture.
So, hang on a minute, you're saying that children or young people are choosing to dye their hair grey?
Grey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the new colour.
How interesting.
It's more
Young
for
women,
inking.
It's like, it's grey with a hint of pink or yellow or
Well, that's
purple.
what the older people have normally, isn't it?
Blue rinse,
Yeah,
yeah. Oh, well.
Nothing new, is there?
Nothing
It
new under
comes
the
round
sun,
again,
no,
doesn't it?
nothing
Fashions
new.
come
So,
round
so
again.
some young person thought, oh, I want that, that looks really good. Brilliant, good for them.
Yeah.
But, you know, you could just wait.
Yeah. It happens
Anyway. Yeah. How interesting. And then you go around the other direction. I mean, I've never really been one to follow trends or fashions or anything, but I'm sure eventually, you know what
They
I.
all come back. The rule is, if you can remember it the first time round, don't follow it the second time. Because
What's
you'll
the
look
rule?
daft. If you try and be 80s now,
Yeah.
but look cute when you were 20.
Yeah.
Or not cute when you were 50.
No.
The 80s and what did in the
It's
80s.
90s now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whatever that looked like.
I can't remember.
It was like cut off jeans and
I remember lots of
scratched
rips
jeans
and things with holes in.
and knitted jumpers that didn't quite fit.
Or we have big holes in, and you just think,
Yeah.
well,
Just wait till it's old.
wait till it's older, and
Oh,
then
the early
and then used to
90s,
spend lots of money.
Yeah, the
Really
boot
wide
extras.
belts, wasn't
Yeah,
there?
oh, I had
Really
that, I had that.
Tiny
£2.
waist and wide belts.
Yeah.
So
I
we're
did
just
have
bouncing,
tiny waist,
just
I had
very
that.
gently bouncing. So what you want to do is you want to release around here, and this bit floats up. And we're all breathing.
I remember the satin sheen tight trousers of the 70s.
Yeah.
Very skin tight, like that I Will Survive, Gloria Gaynor.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I remember.
Did you really?
Breathe.
They say what goes round comes round.
I don't think I'll go again.
Now, one our Tai Chi teacher, when we went to Birmingham to do the Tai Chi rehab, he was lovingly describing his velvet corduroy
Oh, velour
tight
suit. Ah.
flares that he used to wear when he went
Yeah.
dancing.
That then was a trend.
Because he went to the dance classes, because if you were a man who could dance, you got lots of dates.
Yeah.
So he was he said, because he was really ugly, he thought, I'd better get good at dancing, he said. And he said it worked. He goes, I've been married for, and he said, I've been married for 4 years. I thought, brilliant.
Oh, sweet.
That's very inventive for a young person.
Yeah.
Well, I don't look as good as my friends, but they can't dance, and I can. I thought, I approve.
I've heard a lot of rock guitarists say they don't play guitar just for the girls.
For the girls, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Probably won't.
Was the programme last yesterday?
So,
We're so fickle, aren't we?
Easily impressed.
well, it's very
Changing
cool,
trends.
isn't it? Someone's doing all that twang stuff.
Yeah.
You just think, ooh, you know,
Yeah.
okay. Up. Watch out for your friends. Up. Keep the shape going, stretch. And release. Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, me too.
It's good.
I watched the programme last night, Channel 5, how much
Yeah.
the fashion changes, like
Yeah.
C&A, Woolworths, all those old fashioned ones.
Well,
like
some young people like to research fashion history, and then they'll dress up like it. There was one person who was dressed in they wore clothes from 1700 and something.
Oh, wow.
They just wandered around
Goes
London.
round.
Yeah.
You know. Fantastic.
Yeah.
And makes them all himself. He's a fantastic
Oh,
guy.
nice.
It's really.
Nice.
And I think that's an interesting way of finding out about history, actually.
Yeah.
Being it.
It is. Well, it
Do it
works.
live. That'd be quite long.
So what goes round comes round.
Not 1750.
I don't think. I don't think frock coats are ever going to make a
They
comeback.
are lovely.
Yeah, oh,
Great,
no.
Oh,
Well, I
Sounds
know
good.
why. It's because of that TV show, the Bridgerton type shows. People are now dressing up because of the
Cravats
historical
and stuff.
dramas.
Waistcoats.
They'll dress up like them.
Yeah.
It was a good old Napoleonic uniform and the 18th century frock coats that pushed me into learning to sew.
Mm.
That's how it did. That's my like to make costumes for stage and screen.
Absolutely, yeah.
So it's just like, I love that history.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it makes sense in London because there's a lot of film studios and things.
Yeah.
And stage plays. So I've got my friends, one of them plays Nickel Harper, and her husband's well, he's a multi-instrumentalist, but primarily guitar, but sometimes lute. They do medieval, they get paid money to play and sing at medieval banquets.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
they have to be in authentic troubadour costumes from
oh,
like
wow.
Middle Ages, but
Oh,
even less than the Middle Ages.
oh, wow.
And they've had to do research, and their costumes cost a lot of money, but that counts as a business expense because you're not going to wander around. Well, you might wander around Cambridge dressed like that actually, but they wear the authentic looking, and they use things that weren't buttons, so they're very difficult to put on and off.
Yeah.
And then I
Toggles
how
would
do you
they,
go
or-
to the
or
toilet?
ribbons?
You know,
Is it
stuff like
ribbons?
that. And yeah, ribbons and toggles and things.
Yeah.
And so they look the part, and then the tunes they played. I remember her for Ely Folk Festival. I had to be a troubadour, so I basically phoned her up and asked her for some tips. And then I thought, no, I'm not spending that much on a costume. I'll just do something that looks a bit like it and put a hat on. That will do. And then she gave me some 11th century tunes to play on my fiddle, so that was great. That was,
So fun.
really good. So we're just doing this. Okay, let's just do a little bit more on the loosening. So you have the arms in front. No, she's gone.
Are you doing any more of the sort of days?
Yes,
type
yeah,
things?
we've got an afternoon at the end of April. It's on a Tuesday, from 1 o'clock till 4. It will be Tai Chi, and then my friend Nikki does this thing called a sound journey. She's got a great big gong and lots of percussion instruments and things like that she'll go bing bang bong on, and we have to lie there. And I've done it before. I did it at the Hampan Festival, and you just lie there, or you can sit down, or you can do Tai Chi, or you can drink a cup of tea, or you can read a book, or do some, knit. There was a lady that was just knitting while this was going on, which I really approved of. And they made all these sounds, and when I got to the end of it, I did feel much better. I couldn't tell you what. It was a bit weird, but I was like, oh, okay. That was like, it was a bit like when I'd go and do soaking music with Peter. And you just lie there while he played piano, and then he'd finish, and then you'd wake up and was like, oh yeah, I feel great. So
Where will this be though?
it will be at Kingfisher's Bridge.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So it will be Tuesday the 29th of April at Kingfisher's Bridge. And then there'll also be one in June and one in August during the day, an all-day retreat. But we're starting with a half day because we didn't want to do a full day just in case it pours with rain.
Yeah.
So what you do is we'll do it really slow. So like this, transfer, turn the waist, drop the hands, one in front, one in the back. Come up, drop, fold. So you like this, drop, this comes up, this comes across, down, up, transfer, drop, fold. So one in the front, one in the back. That's it. And then a bit quicker once you've got it. So the arms just kind of fall, you're allowing your arms to fall into place. Is that your, oh good, okay. That's all right. Oh, and you've got your money, excellent, well remembered, otherwise you'd have got away with a free one. I wouldn't have known any better. So yeah, I've just said to everyone, just to remind me, tonight I'll get in touch with them and say, hello, I'm sure I owe you some wages by now, or do I kind of think, I've really not paid them.
Coordination's just gone rubbish.
It's okay, this is good, coordination exercises, work the brain, which helps improve your balance.
Because my brain's not working.
Still before the.
So-
Right.
So let's just take a slightly wider shot and just practice going from side to side. So we're doing that. And we're just breathing in and out. And while you're doing this, is it the lower back? Is it still?
Yeah, neck,
And the
shoulder,
neck,
and
okay.
lower back, edges
All right,
and
well,
back.
we'll just loosen a bit and then we'll do some just a couple. Yeah. I'll just show you some of this. So now transfer to one leg. Now turn away from that leg and look to the corner, but you want to stay upright. You want to stay upright. Then you transfer the weight, face the front, turn, look to the corner. And imagine a line here. And you use your eyes and you're looking to the corner. Transfer the weight, sink, look to the corner. And then bring the feet in a bit. And then we've got 1, T shape. 2, transfer the weight. 3, turn, drop the hands. 4, close. 1, 2, 3. So the arms have to drop where they either fold down or fold behind. So it drops to fold up. It drops to fold up.
So you transfer the weight as your arms come down then? So
Let's find out.
does that give
Good
you
question.
momentum?
Good question. So yeah, there is a momentum thing going on. So the movement's being directed by the feet. My arms are just kind of
Bend and drop.
Oh, no,
following
okay.
along
Along
there.
there, yeah.
So think of a pendulum. If you do that with your arm, look, just do that. So it's either T shape or bent, and try and aim your Laogong point with your lung 1 point, which is called, is it Shan Fu or something? I can't remember. I'll have to get the pronunciation of that one. So yeah, you're going like this, you're snatching, look, drop and fold. It's pendulum, pendulum, look, pendulum. See, pendulum. Look. No, just do this. Look, just do that. Look, see, it's pendulum. Right, do the other arm. So it's natural movement. And then do that.
Hit yourself.
Yeah. See, that's what you're doing. So you're not putting it anywhere, you're allowing it to land at that spot. It's a different, rather than, so then when you do this and you change and you, that's what you're doing. That's it, yeah, much easier. So it's the body that moves and then the arms follow. That's it. That's much better. So just let them drop and then slow it down. Drop, 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 doink. So the arms are already there. You don't need to put them anywhere because they're falling like that. So one goes behind and one goes in front. It's about allowing the arm, it's about allowing the body to just move naturally. That's getting there. Yeah. So you want to, we'll have a look at that. We'll have a look at that again at some other point, but that will do for now. So just watch again. We'll make it bigger. So it's like this. Transfer. Turn away from the weighted leg. Weighted leg. Full, empty. Turn away from the full leg. And up. 50-50. Transfer. And you want to stay upright as well. So you're up, 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 up. So there's a bounce thing. If I bring them in, because that's a bit there's a bounce thing going on. So when we do bounce, there's that going on now. It's all very relaxed. It's all very relaxed. That's it, yeah, you've got it. Yeah. You've just got to get the weight going through the right, you've got to get the direction of weight transfer correct. So when you're on the left side, you turn to the right. When you're on the right side, you turn to the left corner. Yeah, that's it. There you go, simple. Okay, well that cooked for a bit, but it's what it is. It's the body makes natural interferences because we've not been doing Tai Chi since the age of 2, and because of that, we build up. There's things that get in the way. They could be mental things. They could be physical things, and you just have to kind of do it long enough and relax enough so that those interferences kind of disappear, you see. I mean, it was actually quite heartening to hear Master Chen say he has to correct himself all the time. You just can't tell because he's been doing it so long. He's been doing it since he was 2 and he's 82. So to us, it looks perfect.
To him, it's like.
But to him, it's like, no, that's slightly off. That's like, it's a bit like if somebody's got perfect pitch. Like I was with someone who had perfect pitch, and she goes, "Oh dear, that E was a bit flat, or that was a bit flat, or that was a bit sharp." And I said,
Okay.
I thought it sounded great. We couldn't hear it,
No.
and she could hear that she was a bit off. So, yeah, it's kind of like that.
She can't watch X Factor then.
No. Must be really awful.
You don't have to be
awful.
pitch perfect not to want to watch X Factor.
No, I mean I wouldn't really watch that anyway. It's all
It's true, Rob.
Yeah, that's a different story.
I don't really like the idea of competitions in the first place.
Yeah.
And like I've gone in for a song competition just for fun. Because my mate the other father went in, we're helping each other out in it, and we're doing it more to help each other play music. And when I did it last year, every single person's song was excellent, however good or bad they were at performing it. And I thought they should just let everybody win, and we could just hear all these amazing songs. Because actually, I
Give everyone a lollipop.
give everyone a lollipop. I thought they were brilliant, all uniquely brilliant, and I didn't really care who. So what you're doing now, you see what you want to do is use your body to move your arms, the same thing. So if you look like this, so place your hand on your lower dantian and that. Very good. And then try that the other side. We won't do it as well. We'll never get anywhere, but this is important stuff. And then imagine the arms are just getting longer, and then do both. So you like, gorilla arms at the end, because they're very long, because they're relaxed. They're not actually any longer, but because they've got more relaxed, and the soft and the myofascial connections are just releasing a bit, they will feel longer. Or maybe they are slightly longer, but we're looking at a submicroscopic level. So, and then if you just extend the fingers a bit, there we are. And you want to release in that shoulder. There we are. This is one of my favourite on-hold exercises, or if I'm at the bus stop or waiting for something, oh, that's so nice. And then we'll do this one. This is one of Emma's. You just do your little pendulum swing. A bit like a Newton's cradle kind of thing. It reminds me a bit. I used to have one of those. Yeah, you can do that if you want. Newton's cradle exercise.
We all love them. I don't know what they were all about.
It's science, wasn't it? It was a sciencey thing. Ask Edmund would be able to explain it. He's the scientist, but he's got a cold, so he's very kindly. He could have come on Zoom. Oh, I should have given him that was silly of me. He could have come on Zoom. Oh. Okay, right, and then wobbling. So this one, just making a circle, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So it's like a cone. If someone was to superimpose loads and loads and loads of pictures of you doing this exercise, you see 2 cones. Like blurry, 2 blurry cones. Yeah, exactly, like. You can try it faster and it becomes more like shake, or you can do it slow. This is a good one, gentle one for the posture. Okay, so here's a bit of a back one. So you just make a bigger version of that one. And then can you feel that working in the back? Yeah, indeed. Yeah, go easy on that. Don't go too.
Thank you.
You can do a really tiny one. You can do tiny turning. And it's good to try different speeds, different volumes. Okay, and then we'll go in the other direction.
That one.
Yeah. And soften the knees, so soften the knee joints, so there's this nice springiness in the knee joints. So if at any point you can spring off.
I'm really bad at locking my knees backwards.
It's a habit. I mean, again, we're in the wrong country. In China, they very soft, and or Malaysia, or any of those sort of countries that have a culture of exercising and knowing how the body works. And you just have this soft. When you were a toddler, you're more like. So I was in a large ensemble on Sunday. There was this little toddler who I'd remembered from the last time I was. So what you can do is you can go like this. You come up. Now you can either stay here like this, and then just slightly come over, and then down. So the way you do it without the bend, you just come up and down like that, up and down. Or if you want an extra bit of a thing for the back, so that's for the quadratus lumborum, and then you just come down and it floats down. But even half the exercise, when you just go up and down like that, that's still quite good. And very, very good at standing up, this kid. Little chap, very nice posture, very soft knees, very bouncy, sort of running around. And he wanted to play the drums, so we basically invited this 2-year-old on the stage with us, and he sat on his dad's knee, on his dad's lap, because his arms were too short for the drumsticks to reach the drum. So he sat on dad, and dad helped him with it, and he was playing the drums, very natural movement. Didn't go overly loud for a 2-year-old, very sensitive. He was watching everyone, he was listening, and I thought, this is great. So he was very good.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's it. And one more time. Very good. So can you feel that working?
Yeah.
Okay, so this one will mess your brain up. So good for coordination. Try doing coordination exercises, and even if you can't do them, it's like they're working from the inside out. It's a bit like there's this house in Burwell that seems to be taking ages to be built. It's a bit like that. So just watch. So we're like this, and you sink the hips back, and this comes around, and then that comes like that, and you have a stretch, and then you go 1, 2, 3. So I'm just showing it to you. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is called Dragon Serves Teacups. So let's do this bit. 3. 1, 2, 3. So if you want, you could just do this. That will still work your back, and it will still work your brain. And it won't mess your brain up so much. So it's like someone. So this morning, one of our students decided to bake some flapjacks. How awful. Well, we were supposed to be doing things to help us tone up our tummies, and then we all ruined it
It's like that.
by wolfing down flapjacks.
Really calories.
So yeah, so watch this bit, look, just this, look, turn, 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 turn. So it's the same theme really. You're using your waist turn and your to cause the arms to move. So if you do that, and then instead of doing this, you're doing this. Except I keep my arms up, then I'm not. Yeah, different. Then it's natural because you're just using your body. It's like if you're punching, you're not just sticking your arms out. You're using your whole body. Boom, boom, boom. Not that I don't really. I do the punching more, and I do it with weights, little weights.
Yeah.
Just to get the bones, I'm just doing it for bone strength. I'm not doing it to actually, well, you just write a letter or go and talk to someone and then listen to what they say first. And then eventually, it's a bit more long-winded and a bit more boring, but it kind of works better than going smack, Yeah. So look, sink back, and then it comes around. Just try it out. I'll turn around, and look, there we are, and that's it. And the baby version, and it goes 1, 2, 3, and then it goes holding. Oh God! Now, what is the actual time?
That's 5 minutes before that, I think.
10 to 6.
Yeah.
Is it? I can't tell. Oh. And you can do a baby one. You can do a baby one. Look. Ooh, wow. So you can do tiny ones.
Oh, that's harder.
That's harder, yeah. I've been playing around with this. Or you can do a big one. Like elastic.
I think you spilt your tea.
Yeah. So the idea is we've got a leprechaun in here.
Tea.
So, whoop,
Oh,
spilled the tea.
no.
That's really hard. So try not to drop the leprechaun in the pot. It's in the pot. So
There you go.
there
Hey.
you go. 1, 2. Oh, he fell out. But he stayed up. It stayed.
He's already balanced.
Yeah, it's already.
It's mysterious.
It's mischievous.
Mischievous.
So look. So if we take the leprechaun out, you see that this stays up all the time. So that means
If it was a cup of tea.
if it was a cup of tea,
Or a pint of Guinness.
oh, you wouldn't want to do that with a pint of Guinness.
I think you're dead over there on your
Really?
leg.
Whiskey.
Yeah. So that one works for that. And then we got this one. 1, 2, 3. So you can do a tiny one, and that's not too bad. That's called flowing dragon. If you want to do a longer stretch, if you do a longer stretch, that will work your back more. But you can do. It's always best to do the tiny one first because that will still work your back, but it won't put too much, not too straining. It's just very, very. And then the big version, you just do a bigger version. So it's like you have small circle, large, medium, small, medium, and large frame, like in pizza. And you just sort of. That's it. Yeah. Oh, great. And then the other one he does is this one where you open, and close, and stretch, and you want to curve it back like that. You open if you want to really. That's from like a standard version of that yoga one, cat and cow. They do that, and it's a nice one for the spine. Nice one for the spine. That's good. There you go. So there's a few, and then also because of the shoulders, we'll do the shoulder ones. So you breathe in, breathe out. Oh, that's so nice. Good one.
Oh,
Oh. It's like, right, this one reminds me of Missy the cat. I've seen her do stuff like this. And I've been just basically, I don't want to look at politics. So I've just been looking at all the animals, I've been looking at nature, I've been looking at all the cats. All different cats, ragdoll cats, Persian cats, Maine Coon cats,
oh, no.
tuxedos, the whole lot. I don't care, I just want to, and they're all
But not
moving
boobs.
beautifully. One of my friends, their cats just had kittens, so they've been putting them up so people can tune in live and see how the kittens are doing. And,
Oh,
you know, I don't want to, no politics. But they move really well. So in the Tai Chi Classics, it says move like a cat, but they, so here's another one that's more like a,
So
so
does it relate to Kung Fu and the?
yeah, it's a style of Kung Fu, yeah, but more on the
Okay.
soft kind of end.
Yeah.
You can do it quite hard. My friend Eli in Wales, he does proper fighting with it. He does, you know, punches and kicks, he does squats, he does plank, he does all this strength stuff, which the Thursday lunchtime class, which is starting at the end of April, will be a lot more robust than what we used to do when we did the punching and kicking.
Oh, yeah.
And that'd be a lunchtime class 1 till 2 on a Thursday at Burwell Sports Centre. And it's currently funded,
Oh, wow.
which means it's cheap. And I get paid properly, so it's all good. And
What
that
sort
would
of taking it a bit more strenuous, would you say?
be just a bit, yeah, not a huge amount, because obviously it depends who's turning up, and I want them
Yeah.
to come back the next week. But it will be all standing apart from when we're doing mat work. So it has to be people that can get up and down and things.
Yeah.
It's going to have stretching in it. It's going to have a little bit of the punching exercises, a bit of the kicking, bit of strength work. So we'll have a look at things like, for example, this kind of stuff.
well done.
Right,
We'll
okay.
do that. We'll try
Coming
that
up.
later. When no one's looking.
Yeah, that's
Things
really
like
good.
that. Thank you.
Do
I
that
mean, I'm
tonight.
not as good as the guy that teaches it properly. I just take his easiest things. And that's bad enough, because when he does that one, he can do it from,
Long-legged.
he can do it from, he can do it from there, and he can bring his leg round and touch his hand. I'm still working on how to physically orientate my
I'll show you
body.
later. Yeah.
Things like that, where
Yeah, that
you
was a
kick
good one.
your feet,
I love doing that one.
and it's good. The things that work,
Yeah.
the stomach, things like that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't,
I'll
things
later.
like the full squat, you go down to a full squat, you come up, clap, 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 things like that,
Yeah.
that are
Very exhausted watching you.
really, yeah, character building.
Mind if I sit down and feel quite-
Yeah, you're right.
I'm not surprised after witnessing
I'm
that.
quite dizzy actually.
Yeah.
So do
So,
one monkey and one. then.
yeah, let's do some monkeys. I'll just put Constantine on. Oh, that's lovely. So that'll be a lot more, and there'll be stretching. There'll be lots of stretching, leg stretching, and
What for sure we're doing on Thursday at 1 o'clock.
yeah. But that's not till the 24th of April.
Oh, right.
So it'll be-
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's looking at cardio.
Yeah.
It's looking at strength and stretching. Not so much with the balance, like this one's mostly balance and thing. So let's, so we did this one. Now, for, so step back and repulse the monkey this week. We're a little bit long-winded. I was a little bit long-winded starting. Let's just take ownership of it. There we are. And then we go, look, like this, and then, so you can really,
sewing?
yeah, it is a bit like sewing. Yeah, I know what you mean. When you get the thing and the machine, it goes doing, doing, doing like that. It's a similar kind of thing. So it's like a continuous thing, and it's based on that swing that we were doing earlier, except instead of doing this, we're doing this.
your phone.
Very nice swinging. I'm the king of the swingers. So, and then when you do it slowly, yeah, it's fine. It's because what you're doing is you're exercising both hemispheres of the brain at the same time. Because I've got because I'm ambidextrous and things, and I've got a funny brain. My things cross over. That's why I can write with both hands. And I can, no, not really. It's just how I got put together. But it means I can't do directions because I can't tell what's right. Now this is the right one. This is the left one. I've got that now. It's taken me years.
Left.
Really?
L. Yeah, but the
Left,
problem is
left.
I swap letters around in my brain.
Oh.
So the L,
Could be anything.
could be
Yeah.
anything. And then if I give someone directions, what I have to do is I have to physically walk from there, and they tell me where all the rights and lefts are because I can't. Yeah, it's funny. So it's what's happening is we'll like this. So we go 1, 2, 3. Palm up, palm down. Right. And if you slow it down and chop things up into bits and practice each bit, then what you do is you put it together again, and then it becomes this harmonious flowing thing. So this is already better than last week, which is fab. So do remember when we got the Easter Monday thing, we won't be doing nothing then because it's all shut because it's a bank holiday and also the bank holidays.
Yeah.
I will hopefully get the poster ASAP for the things that are happening in April, June and August. Oh, and the other thing in August, in one of the abbeys, is it Denny Abbey? It might be Denny Abbey. It's either Denny Abbey or Anglesey Abbey. I suspect Denny Abbey. There'll be a morning of Tai Chi followed by a hearty vegan lunch. I'm not sure if that's, what does that mean? Does that mean it tastes horrible or? I don't know. Hearty vegan lunch. But it should be,
Not snacks.
well, I think that
Dinner.
sounds good, lunch.
Yeah.
I love that word lunch.
It might be a casserole.
Yeah. I had this bean thing that was vegan
Yeah.
and it was brilliant. And I had to have 2 helpings.
Oh,
So,
wow, that
you
good.
know, I'm not,
You get somebody who can cook.
if you get
I mean,
someone
it's
who can
healthy.
cook, whatever it
Yeah.
is they cook, it would be great. And it's healthy,
Yeah.
healthy vegetables. People don't eat enough vegetables. Well, apart from vegans and vegetarians, but everybody else, everybody else really needs to eat more vegetables.
Yeah.
So actually, and when they did some stats, the vegans and vegetarians come ahead, and then for other ones, you need to supplement with extra bits and bobs. My friend who's a nutritionist tried to explain it to me. So with a like this. So we turn, step, and So when you're stepping, we've got these squares here. So I'll start that end and just, yeah, that's it. So you want to make sure, whoops, that it comes in, it comes out, toe, heel, transfer. Well, you should be able to see my feet because I've got the bright red shoes on. My spine matching. I'm going to get some more. They're the barefoot shoes as well. They're brilliant. Really good. My feet feel so much better since I've been. Well, I tend not to, when it's warm, I tend to not wear shoes anyway. I just wander around. But because it was such cold weather, then I wear these and then they're almost like wearing, it's not quite the same, but it's pretty close. So that's the footwork. And then if I show you from the diagonal. So it's a lot to coordinate.
Yeah.
Anything that works coordination works your balance. And that step back and repulse the monkey. Yeah. let's all go. If everybody goes that way, goes that side, we'll have a go at it. So I'm going to start over here. And then what we'll do is get into a left rooster stance, come in a bit, and then go to play the peeper, and we'll just try that out. So we turn on the heel, turn on the ball of the foot, step out and back. Oh, sorry. Turn on the heel, turn on the ball of the foot, step out and back. Pulse the monkey. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. That'll do. Let's come round in a circle. Yeah. You want,
Yeah,
you don't-
bedtime.
So this is very challenging. Anything that challenges the, like for example, this one. Things like that, the silk reading exercise. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, just pop it on there. That's, thank you. Well remembered. So, we'll try this one out at some point. We'll do it on Wednesday. Well chosen. Excellent. Anything that works both sides of the brain by doing different things with each arm, even if you do it completely and utterly wrong, and it's a complete disaster, you will have already improved your balance and you would have improved your cognitive function, so who cares? Seriously, I mean, this is...
And you'll get it eventually.
Okay, thanks for coming. Bye. Well done. And it's just... And eventually, because you've got, obviously, there's interference in the coordination bit. So by doing things over and over again, eventually the interference smooths out a bit, and then you can do it, and it's all fine. So, plum blossom falls left and right. So just get your. I saw the blossom. I've seen the blossom. It just appears.
Yeah.
So on TikTok, there's a. I've got a little channel with. It either has music, nature, or Tai Chi on it, and I just put little videos up every now and then when I remember. And this is called Plum Blossom Falls Left and Right. I did this with loads of blossom trees around me. It was all very picturesque. If you send me a WhatsApp, I'll send you the video. It was very good. So just imagine little blossoms all falling down and come up again and just go. Just join in. There's a lovely breeze. It's
Is
beautiful.
Mary still around?
Yeah. Yeah, Mary. Oh yeah. Whee! So you get to the bottom and you go, whee! That's what she used to do. Yeah. I think it works better. I
Yeah.
prefer that with a wee. Whee! Yeah, much better. Fantastic. Okay, then embrace the tiger, return to the mountain. So, yeah, it's hard to coordinate. Don't underestimate how tricky some of these things. I mean, I've been doing Tai Chi for 30 years now. Well, I mean, I've been trying to do Tai Chi for 30 years. Put me in a seminar with people that have been teaching 50 years plus. I am completely rubbish compared with them lot, and you just get less bad at it.
Yeah.
The more you do it, the less bad you get, and sometimes it actually feels. Just try and enjoy it as much as you possibly can. That's rather than, oh no, I'm finding it. Well, of course you're finding it hard. It's really difficult. That's why it's good for the brain.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Yeah, it will give you super brains, you know. Nice. I think we overran it. Oh dear. Sorry about that. Well, you got your money.
That's for sure.
So we're all going to look super young and then so this makes your face look younger, and then rub the hands together, give your lower back a rub. Oh, that's a good one for the back. Just giving your back a rub.
Yeah.
It's really nice, just to be a bit of TLC, you know. And then here we go, breathe in, breathe So yeah, I took my computer to the equivalent of the car, of the garage that you go to the breaker's yard a lot. And they reckon they can fix it.
Oh, good. Yeah.
They said, oh, well, he started explaining which bit was missing and my brain went, I said, yeah, we just got to find the right bit. I understood that bit.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he said a bit more and I didn't understand that.
That technical stuff.
Oh, it was really technical.
Yeah.
I could have been anything, you know. I could have been spouting nonsense, I couldn't tell. And I can go and pick it up maybe Thursday or Friday. They're going to do their best. So well done, everyone. That's great. Well done. Let's move this place back. I'd better stop the video. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye. Bye.